Right now, a local message of togetherness and hope as the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters a fifth day. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Sirens sounding in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv as night fell today. Explosions and gunfire have disrupted life in and around the country since the Russian invasion began last week. Outgunned but determined, Ukrainian troops slowed Russia's advance and held on to the capital and other key cities, at least for now.
Today, Ukraine's Ministry of Emergency Situations distributed this video footage showing fire and thick black smoke rising after a supermarket was shelled in northern Ukraine. There was no immediate information on casualties, and we have heard many reports of civilian casualties and civilian areas being targeted despite Russia saying otherwise. This video from the country's second largest city of Kharkiv, you can see the extreme bombardment here. According to Ukrainian authorities, 7 people died, at least 44 others were wounded in that city over the past 24 hours. And new tonight, prosecutors with the International Crimes Court will open an investigation into potential war crimes in Ukraine. The court, located in the Netherlands, is an independent international body. Based on a preliminary examination of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, prosecutors say there is a reasonable basis to believe Russia has committed both war crimes and crimes against humanity.
These satellite images taken today show a Russian military convoy north of Kyiv that stretches for about 40 miles. So far, Ukraine says its military defense has been strong, causing Russia to suffer heavy losses. The two countries held their first talks today, but with no major outcomes. Natalie Brand reports.
Sirens sounded in Kyiv Monday night as a massive Russian military convoy moved within 17 miles. A U.S. defense official says forces could surround Ukraine's capital city within days, but that's still behind schedule.
The Russians have not only experienced a stiff and determined resistance by the Ukrainians, but logistics and sustainment problems of their own.
Russia shelled the country's second largest city, Kharkiv. The attacks did not slow after 5 hours of talks between Ukrainian and Russian delegates. They plan to meet again soon. Russia again warned its nuclear forces were on high alert.
And we think provocative rhetoric like this regarding nuclear weapons is dangerous, adds to the risk of miscalculation.
The U.S. informed the United Nations it will expel 12 diplomats from Russia's mission to the UN, accusing them of espionage. The UN General Assembly started meeting for a rare emergency special session, the first in 40 years.
Now we can save Ukraine, save the United Nations, save democracy.
Lawmakers received a classified briefing on the crisis as they look to President Biden's State of the Union address to learn more about the administration's request for billions of dollars in aid for Ukraine.
Moscow's airport was quiet Monday as some European countries close off their airspace to Russian planes, and economic sanctions weigh heavier, including more imposed by the U.S. on Russia's central bank. Standard & Poor's cut Russia's credit rating to junk status, and the ruble fell 30%, worth less than a penny. The humanitarian toll of the crisis keeps escalating, with Ukrainians packing Kyiv's train station and refugees streaming across the border. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
As average citizens join the country's military to fight to defend itself, Ukrainian President Zelensky has applied for immediate membership into the European Union. And that mass exodus of refugees from Ukraine to the eastern edge of the European Union shows no sign of stopping, with the UN estimating that more than 500,000 people have already left the country seeking refuge elsewhere.
And as all this continues, massive anti-war protests are continuing around the world. This footage from Cologne, Germany today, and we're learning nearly 6,000 Russians have been arrested for protesting in their country since the start of the invasion. Stronger Together, a Madison church with ties to our local Ukrainian community, is preaching that message tonight during a community prayer service. Brad Hamilton spoke with organizers and joins us now with more. Brad?
Eric and Charlotte, it was an emotional night to say the least, as a diverse congregation came together as one to pray for this end to a brutal conflict in Ukraine.
Candles lit for hope and a message of togetherness.
I mean, this is a world issue, and hopefully the prayers will be answered.
God is the
One of tonight's organizers, Father Chris Margelos, says holding a special service to pray for those enduring this crisis in Ukraine was not only the right thing to do.
It's the very least thing we can do. I mean, there's not much we can do here outside of raise some money and help out monetarily, but to be able to do this one service and come together and say we're going to offer a prayer.
This diverse Madison congregation, which features both local Ukrainians and Russians, among other nationalities, can only watch and pray from afar.
We just wanted to do something to kind of help people cope, because I think a lot of people are struggling.
The prevailing message: to come together.
Unity is that one thing. Joining together, showing that it doesn't matter if maybe people don't get along, that they can come together in prayer.
Remembering the distinct difference between Vladimir Putin and the people for which he represents.
It's important that it is the message that Putin does not speak for all Russians. In fact, I would wonder and personally believe that he speaks for a very small minority of them.
And if you'd like to donate towards helping Ukrainians in crisis, we have a number of different charities listed on our website, channel3000.com.
Thank you, Brad. And for all of your Ukraine coverage, from local efforts to international headlines, check out our page dedicated to it right on our channel3000.com homepage. Getting a look at weather now. It felt a bit like spring today, but don't get your hopes up too high, considering March does begin in a few hours. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti has our certified most accurate forecast.
Well, Charlotte, I think the first couple of days of March will be mild as well, and then we'll take a little drop in temperatures as we head toward Thursday and Friday. But the time lapse from the WISC Skycam showed that we had a fair amount of sunshine today. A little cloud cover early in the day and late in the day in between. Quite a bit of sunshine, but those clouds will keep temperatures up, and you can see they're not bringing any precipitation to southern Wisconsin. High temperatures today, well into the 40s. Here in Madison, almost touched 50. 49 was our high, but Milwaukee did hit 50. And right now, temperatures have dropped into the 30s in most areas, but Madison's still hanging on at 40. It's 43 in Mineral Point. And as we look at the day planner for tomorrow, look for a low only around freezing by early tomorrow morning with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we'll see variably cloudy skies and a mild day with a high temperature of around 43. Looks like we could be back in the upper 40s for Wednesday before we turn colder after that. Also take a look at the possibility for some mixed precipitation as we head toward Friday night.
Gary, thank you. There's a new push underway to rename another Madison school. Jefferson Middle School is the one in question now, again due to its namesake, our third president, Thomas Jefferson, who owned slaves. Still early in the process, but it comes after Memorial High School next door got a new name, changing from James Madison Memorial to Bell Phillips Memorial. Starting at midnight, masks will no longer be required inside Dane County buildings. Public health officials have decided to allow the mandate to expire as case counts and COVID-related hospitalizations continue to decline. It's important to note local businesses and schools still have the ability to set their own rules when it comes to mask use. Many Amazon employees will soon be able to ditch those masks as well. Today, the company issuing a statement saying warehouse workers don't have to wear facial coverings in states where they're not mandated by local laws. This applies to all, regardless of vaccination status. Other retailers, including Target, are taking similar action.
A scare today for the Madison School District. Memorial High School and Jefferson Middle School were evacuated for more than 2 hours due to a detailed bomb threat. Memorial students were evacuated to West Town Mall, while students at Jefferson were evacuated to John Muir Elementary. The all clear was given around 1:30 this afternoon, as the district says MPD dogs did not find anything suspicious on campus. 11 students and a driver were injured when a school bus overturned near Clayton, North Carolina today. The school district said the bus was carrying 25 people when it crashed. As bad as the accident looks, the Highway Patrol said the injuries are minor and the uninjured students were taken back to school.
The report of a Republican-ordered investigation into the 2020 election in Wisconsin is expected to be made public tomorrow. Today, a spokesman for lead investigator Michael Gableman said the report will first be turned over to Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos before being made public. Gableman's investigation has received bipartisan criticism as a political stunt designed to appease former President Trump and those who believe the election was stolen from him. The sweeping January 6th investigation now headed into a new phase with the first trial underway today. The stakes undeniably high here, the outcome likely to influence scores of criminal defendants who face similar charges related to the attack on the U.S. Capitol. And tomorrow, President Joe Biden will deliver his first State of the Union address to Congress. Historically, the speech offers presidents a chance to highlight their priorities and agenda. But much of that, of course, taking a back seat right now as the Russia-Ukraine war rages on. Still, it is a critical time for the president as he works to manage a shaky economy and nominate a new Supreme Court justice, all while the pandemic drags on.
The Packers will be heading across the pond for the 2022 season. Just announced today, the team will play a regular season game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. This is the first time ever that the Packers will play in London since the NFL started hosting games there in 2007. Up until now, the Packers were the only NFL team to have not played a regular season game in another country. While holding the game overseas will be exciting for some, it will also take a toll on the local Green Bay economy. Packers President and CEO Mark Murphy says the economic impact is part of the reason the Packers are the last NFL team to participate in the international series.
The games in Green Bay are so important to the local economy that we have always been reluctant to give up a home game. And then the other side is, in terms of when we're the visiting teams, that we travel so well that teams that would be hosting us are reluctant to give up a home game against the Packers.
Murphy says the Packers are planning some major events in Green Bay going forward to make up for the lost home game, although he says this is an opportunity for the Packers and Green Bay to get some international promotion.
Looking ahead to tomorrow night, the Badgers basketball game at the Kohl Center. The team wants a whiteout as it takes on Purdue. So wear your white. A win will guarantee the Badgers a share of the Big Ten regular season championship. If that happens, Wisconsin would then have to clinch the title outright. Could do so with a win over Nebraska or a loss by Illinois. Tip-off tomorrow, scheduled for 8 p.m. Still to come tonight, we'll see how long this spring-like weather will stick around. Gary Canalti will have his full forecast.
But first, an ongoing study why scientists say a small tablet could give you extra time with your furry companion. Stay with us.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 10.
Hey, Lainey, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
We all share the same roads, but when an accident happens, we don't always share the same consequences. Big trucks can cause big damage. Injuries can be severe and may require a lifetime of care and compensation. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit. Don't wait a moment longer to reveal the new you.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, where we're highlighting some unique playing styles.
Yeah, Jerry. Take Marge and Carol here. They're sure having fun. And notice what appears to be a lucky troll dial on this machine.
Oh, and look, that's the famous bingo card tap. That one always brings good luck.
And check out the form on this pull. That's gotta be a lucky bracelet.
Looks like you got your own lucky bracelet.
What bracelet?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Move over King Cake. We're celebrating Fat Tuesday with Pączki.
Josh will be at a bakery in the 608 with the taste and tell on this Polish pastry.
And already I'm watching the weekend when our next chance for rain could arrive. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back, and get ready to party and eat a lot of food. Mardi Gras festivities culminate tomorrow with Fat Tuesday, which is French for Mardi Gras. It is the last day of parades and feasting before the start of Lent. If you've been looking for work, you may want to consider Target. The major retailer is raising its wages up to $24 an hour, but it's only for some positions. The increase applies to hourly workers at discount stores, supply chain facilities, and headquarters. The new wage hike is part of its plan to spend an additional $300 million on its workforce.
Well, the death of a dog can feel just as devastating as losing a family member. Now, researchers at the University of Washington think they found a drug that could add years to the life of a canine companion. Researchers working with the drug rapamycin say early tests in rats, mice, and dogs show the drug slows the aging process. Dr. Matt Kaberlein, a dog owner himself, is now leading the large study involving nearly 600 dogs around the country.
Take an old heart or an old immune system, treat a mouse with rapamycin for 8 weeks, and see that function improve. I know it sounds a little bit like science fiction, but when you actually look at the data, it's quite remarkable.
Well, the FDA has already approved rapamycin for humans. It's used as an anti-rejection drug for people receiving organ transplants. Climate change is worse than we thought. That's the big takeaway from a major report published today from the United Nations. It's based on years of research from hundreds of scientists. The report's authors say the pace of human-caused global warming is happening much faster, is more disruptive, and more widespread than scientists expected it would be 20 years ago, already pushing many of the planet's most critical systems like rainforests, coral reefs, and the Arctic to the brink.
And another new study shows smoke from wildfires is leading to ozone layer depletion. Scientists used satellite data to analyze the effects of massive fires that burned in Australia during 2019 and 2020. They found the smoke set off chemical reactions in the stratosphere miles above the Earth. The most troubling was a plunge in nitrogen dioxide, which is the first step in a series of reactions that depletes ozone. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti with a look at our first-warn forecast.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at, how the climate is changing here. I mean, we've got mild temperatures already to start the month of March, and our precipitation has been down quite a bit. In fact, if we take a look at our March statistics, this is on average for Madison. You can see that our temperature starts out at around 37 degrees. Now, this is new data. The climate normals have been updated at the beginning of this year, because we have now data for the previous 30 years. So this has gone up from 36 to 37 degrees. The average low temperature stays the same at 20, and the averages on the 31st still the same, 50 and 30. But if you take a look at precipitation, that has gone up now from 2.2 to 2.26 inches. Snow remains the same at 7 on average. But this year, it's been a different type of winter. Take a look at the snow so far this winter. 21.6 inches. That's down 17.5 inches compared to normal. It's about half of what we normally have. Normally by this time we have 43.2 inches of snow, or 42.1 inches of snow. Last year we had 43.2 inches of snow, so it's not your imagination. It's been a lot less snowy this year than last year. And precipitation, of course, we ended last year in a drought, and that continues right on into this year. So far this month, only 0.4 of an inch of precipitation. Now on average, we normally get just a little over an inch and a half, but you can see that puts us about 1.12 inches below normal. Since the start of meteorological winter, which is December 1st, you can see we're down 2.05 inches of precipitation, and so that's a little more than 2 inches for the year to date. But last year, we ended up the year down 14 inches of precipitation compared to normal. So since the start of last year, we're down almost 1.5 feet of precipitation compared to where we should be, and we are in a severe drought across much of south central Wisconsin, right around the Madison area. Moderate drought conditions outside of that. The northern parts of the state have improved a little bit, and especially parts of Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas, they've improved with some welcome precipitation this winter. But again, we're still about a month and a half away from the growing season. Look for mild weather for tomorrow and Wednesday, colder weather for Thursday, and then not quite as cold on Friday, and then some mixed precipitation Friday night into Saturday morning, changing to rain, and maybe even a few thunderstorms on Saturday. That might be our most widespread precipitation that we've had in quite some time. On Doppler track, you can see Wisconsin free of precipitation. Snow cover cover right now. There's still snow cover around, but not a lot, and it's diminishing pretty quickly. But notice that area out to the west, very little or no snow cover. Take a look where the high temperatures were over that bare ground. Temperatures 60s to around 70 degrees today. We were near 50 here in Madison, but again, we get rid of that snow, and those temperatures will go up pretty quickly. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 30s to lower 40s. These are all above normal for this time of year. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for variably cloudy skies. Our high temperature at 43, so it'll continue mild. Again, the average high temperature is in the middle 30s. And then look for a high temperature of 47 on Wednesday. It could be a flurry or a little freezing drizzle in the morning. Maybe a flurry on Thursday as we turn colder. And then that mixed precipitation Friday night, showers, perhaps even a thunderstorm Saturday, and then a chance of snow from Sunday night into Monday morning. Following that, temperatures near normal for the end of next week.
Well, we're just under 24 hours until Wisconsin and Purdue tip off. And with what's on the line, the Badgers are preparing for a tough 40-minute battle. We preview the top 10 matchup come up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 30% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
I want to be confident that my daughters will be okay.
I want to be sure that I'll be able to make it on my own.
That I'll be okay if my husband passes.
Through family legacies, divorce, and death, as women, we all want to be confident about our futures. At the Burrish Group at UBS, our financial professionals are experienced with all the challenges women face, no matter what life may bring.
Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2022. Nominate your favorites online, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue and Best Curbside Pickup and Takeout. Nominate Beef Butter Barbecue today at madisonmagazine.com.
I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble reading.
Exactly. They sort of make me feel
like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen.
Exactly.
I'll take them.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Give your floors the makeover they deserve with Menards' huge selection of flooring. Lutex Mills provides a great selection of soft, luxurious carpet and is backed by a lifetime stain and fade warranty. Save 11% on all Lutex Mills carpet. Transform the look of any living space with durable laminate flooring from Shaw. Need waterproof floors? Check out our wide array of vinyl plank flooring. Save 11% on Shaw flooring right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
After a historic weekend of men's college hoops in which the top 6 teams lost, but another undefeated week for Wisconsin, the Badgers are ranked 10th in the AP Top 25 heading into this final week of the regular season. Now, to say it's a big week for the Badgers, that would be an understatement. They host Purdue tomorrow night for a top 10 battle. Now, if they manage to upset the Boilermakers on their own home court, UW clinches at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title. Now, this is the second meeting of the season. Back in January, Wisconsin earned the win behind a 37-point performance by Johnny Davis. So tomorrow, the stakes are definitely going to be high.
Very talented team, like I said, well coached.
You know, they kind of like their identity is similar to us. You know, play physical, be tough. So it's so much fun to play against them. You know, I have a lot of respect for what they do, and it's always going to be a battle. It's always going to be a competitive game, and you know, again, like I said, that's why you come here. That's why you come to play in the Big Ten, especially come play at Wisconsin. Is you want to play for Big Ten titles, and you want to play meaningful games at the end of February into March, and that's what we get.
The Badgers also have a chance to make it back-to-back wins over Purdue for the first time since 2015. Now, tip-off is set for 8 at the Kohl Center. Don't forget, this game is a whiteout. And the Whitewater women's basketball team is going dancing. The Warhawks earned an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. They're going to host a 4-team regional, which begins this Friday. Whitewater will face Ripon in round 1. Time is to be determined. Also earning a spot in their tourney is the UW Platteville men's team. They will host rounds 1 and 2. Their run begins on Friday at 7 when they play Marion. Bucks homestand continues. They have a chance to snap their 2-game skid tonight against the Hornets. They settle into a rhythm pretty early on in the second quarter. Drew Holiday cashes in from the quarter. Well, Grayson Allen's going to follow suit. Those triples just start raining in. Bobby Portis, he gets a few in there before halftime. The Bucks put up 44 points in the second, propelling them to a dominant win at home, 130-106, the final. It's official, the Packers are going to showcase their talents across the pond next season. The team will play in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as part of the NFL's International Series. Now, crazy enough, Green Bay is the only NFL team that has not played a regular season game in association with this series. As of now, a date and opponent are not yet confirmed. That's going to be announced when the full 2022 schedule is released. Well, the deadline is almost here for Major League Baseball. Owners and players have until midnight to settle a series of issues, or regular season games are going to get canceled. This is the 8th straight day that both sides are meeting on the collective bargaining agreement. Now, just moments ago, ESPN reported the 10th negotiating session for today is in session. And the stage is set for the final face-off. The Badgers will face their in-conference rival, Ohio State, on Saturday. The puck drops at 4 in Minneapolis. The winner of that game moves on to the final face-off championship. That game is on Sunday. Now, both of these can be watched on TVW. We'll be right back.
Monica was severely injured. She called Gruber Law Offices.
They made you feel like family. Gruber Law is excellent, and I would recommend them to anybody.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, on select models, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
What do a 20-ounce Coca-Cola and a Quick Trip take-home meal have in common? You know, besides that they're both delicious. They earn you chances to win a brand new Chevy Tahoe in our Coca-Cola Scratch Game. They play the Scratch Game in your Quick Rewards app, and you can win a Chevy Tahoe or other great prizes. Play for free daily in your Quick Rewards app, or purchase any Quick Trip take-home meal, 20-ounce Coca-Cola, or Smart Water to receive even more chances to play and win. Play the Coca-Cola Scratch Game today, and you can eat, drink, and scratch your way behind the wheel of a new Chevy Tahoe.
My dog wants a yard.
Love it.
And another dog.
Have you looked at houses yet?
Not yet.
But that's good.
I learned from Summit that it's better to start with a pre-approval anyway.
Right. Yeah. You can decide how much you're comfortable paying each month and then back into your price range.
Oh, and start putting the difference between your rent and your future mortgage into savings.
With Summit Credit Union, you might be more ready than you think.
I think it's great. Summit helps people build confidence and knowledge to move forward. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
As soon as you make that call, you're going to have somebody on your side. They're going to be your advocate. They're going to fight for you.
One call, that's all.
They took care of everything.
A look inside the area's first ketamine clinic, Wednesday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, a mega mansion in Bel Air, California, going up for auction. Take a look at one of the most expensive homes in the world, perched high above Los Angeles, nicknamed The One. The 105,000 square foot home. It includes 21 bedrooms,
oh my gosh,
42 full bathrooms, and 7 half bathrooms. The home boasts 26-foot tall ceilings and approximately 5,000 square foot primary suite with a private pool. A 3.8 acre property also includes 5 pools, custom water features, and a 10,000 square foot sky deck. The house also has a bowling alley for Canopy. That's when Gary visits. A private nightclub, a movie theater, a library, a day spa.
I'll be there.
And a 30-car garage. I'm just trying to get through this script. It's taking 30 days to get there. It's currently being listed at $295 million.
Is that a candy?
Are we sure it's not like the Hilton or something?
Oh my goodness, you're gonna need a map to navigate the house.
$295
That's a really nice house.
But it's up for auction, so it may not quite get full ask.
So we could maybe get everybody in Madison to kind of chip in.
I remember when we moved to our house, we went from a ranch house with 1 bathroom to a house with 2 full baths and 2 half baths.
It's exciting.
And it was, I mean, that was exciting for the Canaltis.
Right?
So 42 bathrooms? Yeah. Go figure.
Oh my
and a few half baths, too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah,
7,
okay,
yeah.
For the guests, I'm sure.
Final check of the forecast, Mr. Canalti.
Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Just cloudy out there, no precipitation around. Temperatures right around 40 here in Madison, 30s outside of Dane County. Look for a low of about 31. High tomorrow, 43. Up to 47 on Wednesday. A little colder at the end of the week and some showers, maybe a thunderstorm on Saturday.
All right, starting off March. Thanks, Gary. Thanks for joining us.
Do something good. We'll see you back here tomorrow.